Welcome to Gold is Where You Find It, and it's time for another hour of raw, unedited gold prospecting footage. And today I'm in South Carolina prospecting a new area, so we're gonna see what we can find. I don't know how good it's gonna be or not, but we're gonna try anyway. But I just did a test pan, and as a matter of fact, I'm standing right on top of a quartz vein in granitic gneiss at this very moment. So let me show you. Now, not all quartz veins are gold bearing, so this doesn't necessarily mean anything, but you can see this decomposed granite gneiss bedrock right here, and we're right on top of it. So I just took a little scoop from right there before I turned on the camera, just to make sure that there was at least something here before I started the video. And here's what we got. We got some very, very tiny gold, but we do have gold. Let me show you. I'm gonna go ahead and go in here. Look at that right there. Zoom in as much as I can. We got a piece of gold there, and then we've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 micros up there as well. So we didn't get skunked on our first pan. As you can see, there is some gold here. So we're just gonna see what we can find. So let's go ahead and get started on that. As you can see, without zooming, it's not even there. But let's see this little area that we got. There's more bedrock there, and there's more bedrock there. So this cuts right through where that quartz vein is. Like I said, I don't know if there's any gold in this particular vein, but I just got gold from on top of the vein. So that could be a good sign. That's some beautiful looking granitic gneiss right there. Look at those nice, beautiful swirl patterns in it. That is hallmark of gneiss, the way it's all twisty and twirly like that. It's really pretty bedrock, to be honest. Well, let's go ahead and see what we can do. I got a dam built already, just so we can try to sluice and see what happens. We may have to run a lot of material for that to really add up too much, but that's what we're gonna do. I put a couple scoops in there just so I knew that, you know, I had enough flow to make it work here. And as you can see, black sand is already adding up there just off 2 scoops of raisin bran. So that's what we're gonna do. We got a nice little bit of flow right there. I think this is gonna work out nice. I got a good amount of drop. Thank goodness I got the leg kit. That's very helpful. I don't have to stack rocks to adjust my box. So let's go ahead, and what we're gonna do is we're going to let's do another pan, do another test pan just to see what happens. We're gonna go ahead and splash this gold into the Cons bucket right here. And we're gonna take another scoop. Let's do another test pan and see if we get the same result or not. My classifier's over here. All right, what do you think? I'm thinking right where I just dug, but maybe I'll try to follow this downward and see where it intersects with that quartz vein. Maybe just a little bit downstream from that vein. If it is gold bearing, theoretically, you might have a few little pieces shedding out of it. So bedrock is very decomposed here. So you can see it's sloping down at an angle here. So let's see if we can try to intersect that vein. It's going this direction. Let's try like right in here. See what we can get. Let's see, what do you think? May have to get down a little bit because that bedrock's washed away. Let's see what this looks like. We might just be scraping up decomposing bedrock. Well, let's find out if there's any gold in that. Let's go over here. I already got a deep little pool here in front of where the dam is. We got some gray clay in there too. Go ahead and bring the camera over here where I'm panning. South Carolina gold. As some of y'all know, I'm gonna be moving to Ohio. So I'm gonna be saying goodbye to the South for a while. And so we figured we'd get a little bit of gold from South Carolina. Water's not too cold here. Yeah, I can tell it's a lot of decomposed bedrock mixed in with this material. Alright. Pan's pretty easy. Granite's not very heavy, not very dense. So decomposed granite, washing off quite easily. All right. Definitely going to be using the finishing pan today to help me clean up this very small gold. Maybe we'll get a bigger piece, I don't know. Probably not, or not all that likely. I've been in this general area before, and all I found was super tiny flour. As small as that gold was, there was still multiple colors in our first test pan. Okay, let me get my finishing pan from over here. This little pan right here makes it easier for me to concentrate that very small gold into one spot so I can more easily get a speck count. And that really big pan there, you know, it's all kind of spread out across that giant surface. Where here I can kind of all force it into one little spot and count how many tiny pieces there are easier, more easily. That's already panned down far enough right there. All right, so the way I do that, if y'all haven't seen my channel, I use this action here, which is similar to the function of a shaker table. The most dense things go to that one side. And there's definitely some gold right there. So it allows me, ooh, see that? Right in there at the top. There's a handful of colors right there. So we're going to get some color today. That's a fact. I like seeing multiple colors in a test pan. So let's just run a decent amount of material for the next 50 minutes or so and see what we can do. Probably just going to not even classify and just shovel straight into this box here. So let's go ahead and set the camera up. I don't know, somewhere right about in there. Let's see. Adjust it to where you can see more of what I'm doing. There you go. All right, let's get going. Let's run some of this material for an hour or so. See what happens. You never know. You could have a nice line of shiny in the pan. I'm going to end up running tailings right into where I'm trying to dig, so that's not ideal. It's a big old piece of glass of some sort. Yeah, I don't like the idea of running my tailings into where I'm digging, but it is what it is. I mean, that first little bit of, that first pan, even though there's kind of a slope here, I still think that it's worth kind of digging off to the side a little bit. It is an inside bend, and I won't be sluicing tailings. So let's see if we can, hopefully that's a good enough angle to see. That's right off the bedrock. And there you have it. That's working nice. The box is doing great. Lots of agitation in the riffles. There was obviously a major flood here from the hurricane. It came through South Carolina. Tons of trees down everywhere here. A lot of black sand in there, that's for sure. All right. It's mostly sand, but I just found gold in it. So that's a positive. Very, very small gold can be mixed in with sand. That's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and take the sweatshirt off. That's for sure. That over there. At least we're on bedrock. We don't have to, where'd my hat go? I lost my hat. It's all right, it's somewhere over there. Looking pretty good. The sound is relaxing for sure. Oh yeah. Scraping bedrock all day, or at least for the next hour. And if we don't get much, maybe we'll move, but we're gonna work this for the next hour anyway. And then tomorrow's episode, you'll have to wait and see if I move or not to a different spot. If we do 1 hour at a time of raw footage. I'm really liking the way the box is running. Running quite well. Sometimes gold can be mixed in with the bedrock. Oh, I got lead shot. So we're getting heavies. We got black sand, we got lead. That means we could have gold. Well, I know we have some gold. Oh, and it looks like I've already got a piece of visible gold in the box, y'all. Let's look. Check this out. That's quite interesting. There's my hat. Quite interesting. And I'm already seeing it, and it's right there. Look at that. You can see it right there. Check that out. Gold in the box. There's gold in the box. We just got started, and there's gold in the box. You like that song? I do too. I just wrote it. All right, here we go. I like seeing visible gold in the box, that's for sure. Woo! I'm gonna keep scraping that bedrock. Oh yeah, scraping bedrock. That's quite promising to see visible gold already. Looking good. This material is really easy to dig. That piece of gold's still sitting there. Look at that. We rolling, y'all. Bare bedrock. Beautiful. That piece of gold hasn't moved, it's just sticking right there. I'm loving it. Oh, that's just straight up decomposed bedrock right there. Look at that. And the decomposed bedrock itself has black sand in it. Okay. Lots of black sand, look at that. And it's some of the black sand's kind of coarse too, which is a good sign for gold. Look at that. Super easy to dig, super easy to sluice. Not as much black sand in that scoop. I'm gonna try to pay attention to where I scoop and try to scoop where there's the most black sand. So right there, that's got a lot of black sand. Okay. It's crazy how that piece of gold hasn't moved at all. Tons of quartz. Obviously, there's a quartz vein right there. All right. We're just scraping the top. Super easy digging. Super easy digging. Still got black sand. Whew. Fat chunks of quartz. There we go. Tons of black sand. Oh my goodness. Whoops. Try not to let the big rocks go down your sluice. No shortage of black sand here. Black sand is what we call an indicator mineral because it's heavy, it's dense like gold. So heavy things or dense things like to hang out with each other. Now just because you find black sand does not mean you're going to find gold, but it sure means you could. Look at all that. Wonder if I have enough cell phone signal to live stream from here. That'd be cool. The quartz vein is just falling apart. Look at that. I'm scooping up the quartz vein with a shovel. That's awesome. So that's the quartz vein right there. Gonna totally clean this bedrock, that's for sure. See, that's the bedrock right there, decomposed. I'm not trying to get too much bedrock, I'm trying to get what's on top of it. Gold's still there. It's gonna be interesting to see. Quartz. All right. You wouldn't really think sand is what you'd be after, but there could be gold in this decomposed bedrock. So look at all that black sand. Tons of black sand. All right. I rinse off my shovel just in case there's any gold stuck to it. Change up the camera angle here in a second. Look at all, look at that. Large amount of iron in here. Okay, so now let's take this camera out the way and let me show you. Well, we obviously got some freshly downed trees here, right there. So the flood pushed some material around for sure. Yeah, you can see this is all bedrock, and it just completely scrapes up. And so, yeah, there's some material right there because of that tree. So I'm wondering if that is going to be helpful or not. Let's see if that one piece of gold's still in there. And sure enough, it is right there. See that? Just sitting there the whole time. That's how you know it's gold too. It ain't moving because it's dense. All right. Get our trusty shovel here and let's go over and get some scrapes. From right over there. This right here, bedrock. That's all bedrock. I got this gravel here. It looks just like sand, doesn't it? So, all right. Notice how the black sand is the last thing to go down the box because it's the most dense. That's the same principle that causes gold accumulation. Nice. Nice. We'll just leave you guys right there for a second while I get another scoop. Scraping the bedrock, that's what's going down. That's coarse black sand right there. That's because I think we're at the source. Now, just because we're at the source doesn't mean we're going to get a lot of gold. The source can be extremely low grade. I mean, you can have a source that's 10 specks per ton. Or 0 specks per ton of ore. Look at that. All right. Zoom back out just a little bit. Whoop. There, and you can see the whole box. Let's get another scoop. All right. Got another piece of lead shot in there. So heavies are here. The heavies are here. Look at that, coarse black sand. Really coarse. Nice. Nice. Well, I'm liking what I'm seeing, y'all. That's for sure. Definitely liking it. Wow, we're already 36 minutes in. But let's go over here. You can see the patterns in that bedrock. I mean, in my opinion, it's beautiful. Beautiful. That's a bare bedrock right there. I'm gonna take that sand right off the bedrock. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm really encouraged by the coarseness of the black sand. Look at that. That's nice. That's nice. And that's nice too, but it's spelled different. G-N-E-I-S-S. This nice is really nice. Trying to stay right on that bedrock. Well, this is way faster than panning, isn't it? Because I can do a whole pan's worth of material in like 15 seconds. All right. Awesome. 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 So we're just gonna keep following. See, that's bedrock there. Just keep following the contours of that bedrock, taking all that material off. There we go. Perfection, perfection. I'm loving it. We're about 40 minutes in. We got about 20 more minutes to dig, and then we'll do a cleanup. Show you guys what we got before the end of the hour, because we always got to show you gold. There is really a dip in the bedrock here, for sure. This looks like a low spot, and we got an obstruction here. Any flood gold from upstream in a massive flood like they just had here, I mean, that could be a good sign. Look at that. Perfection. Let's see if we can hit the bottom of this little depression. Let's see here. Because that's bedrock there. Okay. Yeah, it's quite a depression. Quite a little depression in the bedrock. It's great. That is great. A nice white piece of quartz. Okay. Let's see how. Let's try to get that material on the very bottom. I don't usually dig material that looks like that. That's for sure. But every place is different. Look how much black sand is accumulating at the end of the box. Right there. And that one piece is just, it hasn't moved at all this whole time. I think you see an even smaller piece right next to it. All right, guys. I'm really interested to see how we did in our first hour of the day here. Let's see. This breaks all the cardinal rules of prospecting. Look for big rocks. Well, I guess bedrock counts as a big rock, doesn't it? There's tons of black sand in that pile of sand there. I keep saying that over and over, but I'm reassuring myself that running sand is the right thing to do. It's not your run-of-the-mill sand. It's fully decomposed granitic gneiss with iron and possibly gold. Okay, and more scoops, please. More scoops. The surface of the bedrock here. Follow it downward. And keep going. Now we're going to be making some pay dirt out of this material, out of these cons here. That way you can have some South Carolina cons and get a variety of types of pay dirt. I don't know if we're going to have enough gold to make a bag of pay dirt, but we'll put some different gold in the South Carolina cons. Some people like to see the different types of rock in different areas. I'm one of those people. There's some other heavies in here that appear to be heavier than the black sand that are gray. That could be zircon. See, bedrock. And there we go. Yeah, see, I'm scraping the top of that bedrock. That's what I want to keep doing. Scraping the top of bedrock. Awesome. I love watching material go down the box. I love it. I'll zoom in on the next scoop for you. Yeah, there's a big dip in the bedrock. There's a big dipper right there. There's a big dipper. Okay, let's go in on a little bit of zoom action here. There we go. How about a little bit higher? A little bit higher. You can see that full effect of the black sand trailing behind. And I'm pulling up pieces of bedrock like that and quartz. Alright. And watch how that black sand just kind of is the very last thing to go. I like watching that. I think it's cool. Alright, 14 minutes left to dig. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Liking what I'm seeing. For sure. For sure. I'm really interested by this depression in the bedrock right behind this down tree. This just looks too good to be true almost. Now it just depends on how rich the source is, on how much gold we get. Because this looks like, prospecting wise, a good place to try. Sweet. Getting some tailings build up here now. Okay. Clean that bedrock, y'all. Clean that bedrock. This is looking great. It's looking great. Does that mean our cleanup's going to be great? Not necessarily. Not going to be breaking any shovels digging this material. That's for sure. That's for sure. We might be joined later by Justin from Lost River Gold and Gems. We'll see if he makes it out or not. I'm surprised that tiny piece of gold is still there. That means we're probably not flushing out small gold. Big rocks just roll right off the end. Whew. Let's keep going, y'all. Yeah, solid bedrock, soft bedrock. Oh yeah, now I scraped that bedrock on that surface. There we go. We're getting to that little dip in the bedrock. I'm thinking we ought to have a line of flour gold in the pan by the time we're done in the next 8 minutes. Oh yeah. How many shovels can we get in 7 minutes? That's what's up. I'm loving it. Nice. So yeah, I'm just digging down until I feel the scrapage happening. Trying to find the absolute lowest spot. Maybe we'll hit some type of pocket or something. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. But crazy things happen in gold prospecting. Yeah, the chunks of nice are coming right up. I'm actually pretty interested to see what this mat looks like afterward. Really am. I like it. Bedrock and an inside bend. That is, sounds like a good plan to me. All right. Five more minutes. 5 more minutes, and then we do a cleanup. Definitely scraping bedrock there too. Ridiculous amounts of iron. Ridiculous. All right. Oh yeah. Check that out. Solid black sand. Solid black sand trailing behind there. Love it. Yeah. Nice little dip in the bedrock. I think this will be our last scoop and then we'll start the cleanup. Otherwise we're gonna run over on our hour. Gonna get at least 3 hours plus hopefully a live stream today. Even more would be nice. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and pick this thing up out of the water, set it to the side. Let the water kind of slowly drain out so it's not flushing our gold out. There, we can set it right there. Let's get our bucket. Get some water in our bucket. That'll help us with our clean out here. Okay. That'll go in the pocket. Yeah, let's pull this mat. And stick it down in the bucket. And roll it up. Try really hard to get everything out of those little grooves. All right. Then, lastly, we gotta rinse all the black sand off of this because there certainly could be gold in there. Ow. There we go. And all right, time to pan it out. See what we got. Okay. We're gonna pan it out up here where we've got some calmer water. Like, oops. Like right in here, we got some calm water. So yeah. Oh, dang it. I just spilled some. Dang it! I can't believe I did that. It's still on my shoe though. Could be some gold on that shoe. Maybe even on my sock. There we go. Don't do that. Bad, Aaron, bad. All right, pan this out. Let's take our time. I know we're going to be over an hour, but that's all right. We want to give it a fair shot to see how much gold we got. Super chunky black sand. That means we are at the source of black sand, that's for sure. And very chunky. Gonna have to use a classifier to get this small gold out of there easily. Wouldn't that be nice if we found a chunky piece? I feel like I would have seen it in the box if we did. Alright, it's about as far as I'm going to go for the reveal. A little more, I guess. Okay, that's good enough. Let's see, guys. Let's see how good and or bad it is. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that gray black sand, the white black sand is moving all over to the one side there. White black sand, that made no sense, did it? Oh yeah. So it's nothing crazy, but we're definitely getting some gold. as you can see, check that out. There you go. There's some South Carolina gold right there. Yep. South Carolina gold. And we do have a little line of gold in the pan. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but we sure didn't get skunked. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right. Well, it's going to be time to shut it down here in just a second. And I'll leave that there so I can start off the next episode with a little bit of gold. Show everyone, or live stream, whatever I choose to do next. But anyway, we're at 1 hour and 7 minutes, so we went over a little bit. But that's going to do it for another hour of raw, unedited gold prospecting. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could please smash the like button and leave a comment, subscribe. Consider joining to become a member of my channel. I'd really appreciate that. We've got some members-only content and members-only giveaways. And if you could also check out my merch store, which is goldiswhereyouFindit.com. Everything you buy there supports the channel. And I appreciate you watching. And I'll see you next time, which is hopefully tomorrow. So smash the bell notification icon.